Massachusetts has reached its cap for providing emergency housing for migrants and other homeless families, triggering a new regulation that will allow the shelter system to begin to turn people away. Governor Healey today making it clear that there is not enough housing or money to properly address the crisis. 22 News State House reporter Ellen Fleming breaks down a new House bill to help fund an overflow site.
The governor requested funding back in September to assist with the homeless crisis, and yesterday the House finally delivered. The House gave Governor Healey her full request of $250 million for emergency assistance. However, the House tied funding to a slew of measures. $50 million was allocated to go to overflow emergency shelter sites for families placed on the waiting list. As of today, the cap of 7,500 families has been reached. The House baked into that deal that these sites must be set up within 30 days from the time the supplemental budget bill is signed. The House's bill also directs $75 million to school districts to cover the cost of enrolling new students who have recently arrived. Other funding of note is $18 million for temporary shelters, $12 million for wraparound services, $10 million for resettlement agencies, and $6 million for shelter staffing.
We're asking the administration for a plan to make sure that we know specifically where those shelters are, more communication with the municipalities, more communication with the legislature to continue to address the issues, because we don't want to see a cap reach and then not be able to provide for that one person, and hopefully that person is not a baby.
The state originally allocated $325 million for shelter costs in their annual budget, and that is expected to run out by January. This new funding should take the state into the early spring at the very least. Now, the cap of 7,500 families was reached today. Now, families will be continued to be housed through the end of the day, and once all units are occupied, a waiting list will be put in place. Working for you at the State House in Boston, Ellen Fleming, 22 News.